1, 2, 3.
The bigger picture. That is what you Hollywood stand for. It's beyond anything else.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy NC 2010, and welcome back to another awesome episode of Tommy Talks. And today, I have none other one of the most iconic YouTubers here on YouTube, and you may know him because he drops some of the most epic content here on YouTube. And what I mean is, he covers YouTubers, he covers celebrities, Mr. none other than Mr. Michael... Sorry, I forgot your last name.
McCrudden.
Canadian. Michael McCrudden. Mr. McCrudden, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, my friend. Things are really tense. There might be a riot in Toronto this weekend, so my girlfriend's really nervous about that. We were supposed to do her birthday party, but other than like what's going on in the world, I'm doing okay.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to see that you're safe and you're healthy during this horrible negative time. And the best thing to do is to stay positive during these times and not to get involved with these riots, because personally the riots are ridiculous, but I know what started the whole riot situation.
Yeah, we're just trying to, stay safe and stay in touch with our loved ones, and we're not going to contribute to any of, the negative stuff. There was a peaceful protest, which I missed. I would have loved to have gone to that. But yeah, man, I think everyone's just a little tense, and a lot of emotions are running really rampant. So we're just trying to, keep it cool.
So we'll get down here to the interview. What inspired you to do what you do here on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't think it was my initial goal. I ended up on YouTube, but I remember I wanted to be a Much Music host. It's like an MTV host here in Canada, where you get to interview the stars, and you would talk about music videos, and you would talk to people on the street, like the Torontonians that were into pop culture and stuff. So I had no other game plan for life but to get that job. I went there when I was like 10. And my sister got like a spot on the show dancing or something, and I was like so jealous, so envious. So I did everything I could to get there. I would make audition tapes and go to get headshots and do all like the free work I could to build up a resume. And I went to university, I went to college to be a TV presenter or to work in TV, and I couldn't get a job. I just couldn't. They're like, so then I was stuck with all these audition tapes, and I was uploading them to YouTube. And then I got into being a TV producer, or a wannabe TV producer.
Wow.
I would produce reality TV or scripted TV, comedy, my own rap videos, whatever I could make. And it all ended up on YouTube. And then eventually I heard like Jenna Marbles was making a career out of this. Epic Mealtime was making a killing. And I was like, damn, if I can get one viral video, I can make $1,000. I'm 50 grand in debt from university.
Wow.
So I was just hoping to get a bit of money to pay off my student loan, but I didn't know it would get as big as it got.
What is your all-time favorite video that you have made?
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's The Rich Life. Before They Were Gone is what we call that show. Listen, YouTube, when we started that show in 2015, YouTube was a lot different, and it was a sketchier place. So you almost need to do sketchier stuff to stand out. Even now, Before They Were Gone's probably we're going to have to change that title. But that's just the way things go. So yeah, Before They Were Famous, The Rich Life. After They Were Famous, we call it Where Are They Now? Famous News, some Versus videos. We do the show in Spanish. We do house tours on another channel. We do a bunch of stuff.
You're a full-time guy, basically. YouTube is is your choice of employment? Like you don't have a separate job. Like this is your job right here.
Yeah, it's been my full-time job since 2013. I've had a number of employees working for me since like 2015. I've had editors and writers and hosts, and I still have about 4 or 5 full-time staff.
What's the hardest part about your job?
The fact that it doesn't stop, right? Like you don't get a day off. Double upload some days. Like it's just you're only as good as your last video. I took a month off this year for the first time. When I came back, it was good. So that does, I guess I don't have to do it every day, but when you've been doing something so long, 7 years now every day, you kind of almost don't know how to live any other way, you know?
What's your typical schedule into making one of these videos?
A lot of it's behind the scenes. We have graphs and paperwork that is like, okay, who are the people that the audience are requesting in the comments and the DMs? Who's new on the music charts? Who's hitting trending on YouTube? So there's always like a fluctuating rotation of like new artists kind of. Then we have like one video might blow up. It'll be like Nelk. So then it's like, all right, like who else in Nelk can we talk about? Like who's associated with our most popular video right now? And then there's other like news stories, like Snoop Dogg and 6ix9ine get into a fight. That becomes a news story or a versus. And then, of course, people pass away. Those are some of our more popular videos.
I understand that right now it's been pretty hot with your name in the media. And how do you feel about that? Like, because I understand that you and Muda have kind of gone back and forth with each other, which I want to let the time when I asked to do this interview with you, I had just found out that you both had made a video on each other, which I don't get into YouTube drama about anybody's side, and I just interviewed Muda just recently on my show, so I didn't know what was going on between you.
No worries. I've been getting flack for 2 years. It's funny, you kind of you build up a thicker skin. But this one kind of just bugged me, right? Like, I never respond back to this kind of stuff, but I'm like, man, this is 2 years later. Any mistakes I've made are dealt with. There's no money here. Like I spend money to do this. It was tasteful, it was respectful, and it was done. It was a Friday, I think we made the video. So that was just like, all right, what else are we let's get it done, and then we'll call it a week. I don't know. It gets twisted and turned, but like no one actually watches the show. Everyone just shits on the thumbnail. It's an easy one-sided argument. So for the first time, I like defended myself and voiced a little bit of like what it's like for me and what kind of heart and compassion and like thought process going into this. And I just stood up for myself because everyone's been villainizing me and I don't even talk about it. So I decided, fuck it, I'll open up.
I know that you've had a lot of trouble with a lot of other people, and I know that you kind of went back and forth with Keemstar and stuff like that. And I want to say something. I think you do a tremendous show. I don't think you're a bad dude. I watch your show. Honestly, my biggest wish has been wanting to be featured in before they were famous. Like that's been my dream, to get on your show, to be honestly. Like to see my name on one of your videos has always been my dream. Like I've been on here since 2010, and I found your videos a while back ago, and I saw the stuff that happened between you and McJuggernuggets, and I said, man, Mr. McCrudden looks real. He's an awesome dude. He's an awesome content creator, and I wish someday I could be on one of his videos, because I even like, this just sounds weird. I was on my way to work this morning, and I said, I just imagined how you would do my story and stuff like that. I don't know why I do that sometimes. I think you're an awesome dude. I think you're a world heavyweight champion. And I gotta say this, and I say this to everybody. You have haters, ignore them. Because the fact is, the biggest person that is in front of me is you. And it doesn't matter what anybody says. It's about how you deliver it and how you do it. And what everybody else has to say, you say to them, as Ricky would say from Trailer Park Boys, frig off!
That was sweet. I appreciate that. I think I had such a tough go at making it. Like I spent 10 years really grinding that I was I wanted to build something that people aspired and were celebrated to get on, and I get that from young rappers now. They're really excited when they make it on the show. Like Juice WRLD was one. He's like, I always dreamt of having one of these, and it really put things into perspective of like what this show means to a lot of people that are on the come up. So that was always the intention. The intention was I don't have an enemy in the world, in the real world. Like no one's ever hated me. So it's been weird for me to be not loved. I don't know. What are you going to do, right? Yeah.
I got to say, I see you here on camera, and you have an epic background. You have a studio that I would love to have. Like, no one can see it right now, but as I could say, it says McCrudden on the back of it, and it's like the Hollywood sign. And I got to say that, like, honestly, looking at you, I am so jealous. And I have, like, one little studio in here, and it says Tommy Talks behind me. So, like, that's what I have. That's the budget I'm on, basically.
I like that banner. That banner's cool. You have something hanging there from a chain?
Yeah, it's a zombie. It says zombie, and one says hero. I got that from a friend of mine. And I got the banner. I practically paid $100 get that banner and go to a convention called Vlogger Fair, which me and my friends kind of asked a bunch of people to sign it. I'm very impressed with you, Mr. McCrudden. You do an amazing job, and I want you to say, keep that fire going. Keep on stoking that engine. Keep that train going. That Canadian engine going 1,000 miles per hour. Get that DeLorean up to 88 miles per hour, and get Marty McFly back to the future.
You're good. You're good. You're a good man. You should be like introducing everyone. You're really good at that.
What is the future for Michael McCrudden, the world heavyweight champion of YouTube?
Oh God! This year I'm going to hit 1 billion views. That's important to me. It's been a milestone I really wanted to accomplish. I'm having a lot of success with the second channel my girlfriend hosts. So I might start another new channel. I never thought channels popping off would happen again, but it just seems to be happening. So I could see more variations of my show and maybe less of me because it's been a long road. But then I also have thoughts of moving to LA. I've had offers from companies to merge my business with theirs.
A while back ago, I had seen you did a video with McJuggernuggets. What was it like working with McJuggernuggets?
So that was all fabricated beef. I'm sure that's no big secret now. I thought I was taking one for the team. I was being a good sport, like getting down in he shows up with these henchmen going to beat me up. The way he films and does his videos is the complete opposite to mine. Like I'm all researched, all like presented I was wearing suits a lot at the time. Like, and then his was so shaky cam on the go, crazy plot twists, and I didn't know what was real. All of a sudden he's talking to a devil in a mirror. Like I was like, what is this? But I thought I was just being a good sport. We did some fake YouTube drama, and I remember I learned a lot about his audience because I had kids blowing up my phone number and sending me death threats and all not all of them. Some of them were great. It was just so many people really fed into all that drama. But it was a whole weird world of YouTube. I'm a little more comfortable reporting on it than being in it. I think I learned from all that.
I understand that, man. Like I have been in the drama world myself, and it drives me nuts. The first time when my situation happened with Leafy, I don't know if you know that, Leafy targeted me and made a video on me. I made a video saying I was going to quit YouTube, and basically overnight, people came and supported me, and H3 made a video about me, and all this stuff went down.
I'm on your channel now. I'm checking you out.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, and it means a lot. Like, I just try my best to make the best content I can, and right now, since COVID, I have been really vlogging, so I've just been kind of, I've been getting lucky. I've been getting lucky with really good interviews.
Have you lost a bunch of weight? I'm looking at an old photo here. You look like you've lost some weight.
Yes, sir. I also just recently, a while back ago, made a documentary called 28 Years Later where I met my biological mother because I am adopted.
Wild.
It is, I gotta say, it's a really good documentary. In my opinion, people told me it's a tearjerker. Since 2010, I've been making videos, and my goal is to inspire people and inspire children with autism and just tell people to pick up a camera and say, you could be the next Michael McCrudden. You know, you could be the next big sensation here on YouTube.
Yeah, I really do. I think they've opened it up to no one person can dominate and anyone has a fair shot. So I think as long as you keep your stuff clean and you don't get into too much trouble, I think it's the best time ever to want to be an entertainer, because you'd have to go through the mega corporations, or you had to be someone's child to really make it. And nowadays everyone truly does have an opportunity. So it's awesome.
Now, here's a question. How do you feel that YouTube is very unbiased towards the small YouTubers? Do you feel like that YouTube kind of like is very unlenient with the small YouTubers, would you say?
It's gotten so tricky, right? Like when I started out, there wasn't all these copyright claims. There wasn't all these demonetization issues. There wasn't like so much competition. So it's super hard now. I don't know if YouTube's the place to start. Like those TikTok girls got killed it on TikTok and then were able to turn that into a YouTube career. Might be a really uphill battle just trying to do YouTube now. I would probably start somewhere else. I filmed Apollo G. He's a rapper, just dropped an album. Man, I have so many on the go. Bad Baby might have just gone up or goes up tonight. We have a new rapper named Stay Solid Rocky. We're doing one on the group Anonymous. I'm doing one on the CEO of Barstool, Dave Portnoy. Wow. I think that's how you say his name. I filmed one on Honeybee ASMR. She's like a girl who eats all the weirdest stuff in the world. Dude, I never stop working. I post a video every day, if not 10 a week. And then I got 2 other channels that do the same. So I make a lot of content.
I want to say, I know you're a busy dude and you got a lot of stuff work you're doing. I want to say, before I end the show here, I just want to say thank you so much, Mr. McCrudden, for coming on my show. It's an honor. When you first followed me on Twitter, I just want to tell you, I went through the roof, by the way. I fell on the floor, dude. I was like, oh my gosh, Michael McCrudden just followed me on Twitter. I checked it. I was like, wait a minute, is this some kind of joke? I said, no, he's got a check mark next to Mr. Michael McCrudden followed me on Twitter.
That's super wild, dude. I'm very humble guy. Like, I don't even take myself that seriously, but to know that I have that impact, I am following more people just to like connect. It's been a long road, and it's time to meet people like yourself. And this is a nice moment for me. This kind of like lifts my spirits with all the negatives going on. It's nice to hear these great things from you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. That's my goal here. Is like me as an entertainer, I try to make it the Tommy Talk Show a comfortable environment, and I don't want to make YouTubers feel uncomfortable. You know, I want to say, hey, come sit on the couch with me, talk with me, have a conversation with me. That's what Tommy Talks is all about. It's like having a cup of coffee. It's like me and you just sat down and had a cup of coffee here on Tommy Talks, and that's how I want this environment to be. Is I don't want anybody to feel stressed. I'm not going to hit you with any lowball questions. It's just a free environment here on the Tommy Talk Show.
Next time, let's turn that coffee into a beer, though.
Most definitely. I drink beer occasionally. I'm a liquor guy myself, but just to let you know, Mr. McCrudden, if you are ever traveling and you are ever in Western North Carolina or Black Mountain, just shoot me a DM. I'd love to hang out with you.
That sounds awesome. I love road trips through the States. I really do. So
interesting fact: Black Mountain and Asheville are beer capital USA, just to let you know that.
All right, I'm coming. When they open the border, I'll be there.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Is there anything you'd like to plug before we end the show here?
No, I think I'm good, man. I just appreciate the opportunity to open up. I guess people look at me and they think so many things about me. So this has been nice to kind of just talk like normal two guys, you know?
Thank you so much. So, folks, as always, I'm Tommy NC2010, and you know how to find the link will be in the description below. Before you were famous, Mr. Michael McCrudden, and I'm keeping you on the inside fact. Subscribe, support, stay positive.